Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, back here on WagerTalk TV with your baseball report for this weekend and Sunday, June the 6th. Normally I'm giving you a free play here on this, but I'm going to give you something even better. I'm going to give you some inside information to a possible change in Major League Baseball that might be here as we speak. Some ground earth-breaking news came out this weekend in baseball. I'm going to get into the details of it and how it's going to affect you as a sports bettor, as a handicapper as well. Normally I call this segment just a bit outside. I think today we can solve just a bit inside information breaking as we speak here on Sunday, June 6th. I'm going to get to that in just a moment, including a pitcher that is going this afternoon on Sunday in which this information applies to maybe more than any other player in Major League Baseball. Stay tuned. That's coming up here in just a moment. Quick reminder, though, if you haven't taken advantage of my half-price 50% discount for the next full year of all sports, today is the last chance to do so. Today, Sunday, is when that coupon expires. Last chance to get on board today on Sunday. Do it right now. It expires at midnight on Sunday night. SM999 quite simply gets you 50% off the entire all sports package for the next 365 days. Hey, why should you get on board? I'm on a mere 12-2 all sports run over the past week, baseball and basketball combined. NBA on an 18-5 run. Now, look, I know many of you a couple Tuesdays ago jumped on board and missed that $2 Tuesday play, the 5% play that lost. All other NBA plays on each side of that game have gone 18-4. 18-5 overall when you include that game. The point is you can't live and die by single game results. You can't pick and choose your spot. You have to play consistently. You can't try to guess when the games are going to win or lose. Every game has a mathematical edge. Long term, we win big. And we've been in full throttle mode in both baseball and basketball. 12-2 all sports over the past week. 18-5 NBA run over the past month. And today and tonight goes through tonight, Sunday. This is the last day / night, depending on when you're joining us, to get on board for half price for a full 365 days. Start taking a serious long-term investment approach and do it right now with my all-access package and do it for the best, lowest cost ever. The cost of investment has never been lower. The cost of entry has never been lower. And today's the last day to take advantage. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, SM999 gets you a $1,000 discount off a full year. It's normally $19.99. It's only $9.99 when you sign up today with that promo code. That's a $1,000 discount. I average 2 to 3 plays per day in all sports. That works out to less than $1.40 per play for the next year. Every football, baseball, and basketball, college and pro play I release, the exact same games I am personally using as a full-time professional bettor. And you get those each and every day with the all-access subscription. Go to my page right now, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and enter that code SM999 for half price for the next full year of all sports. And don't miss any more of this hot streak. 12-2 all sports, 18-5 NBA continues on Sunday. Strong best bets right now at WagerTalk.com. Let's talk baseball here. And this weekend, there's some huge information coming out. Sports Illustrated just a day ago announced an article they're about to release. The inside scoop of it got released beforehand. It basically is going to expose the cheating that's been taking place in baseball now for several years from the starting pitchers and the relief pitchers in general about how they're doctoring the ball with substance that gives them more grip and more spin rate. Quite simply, the more spin rate you can put on a ball, especially with the four-seam fastballs and, of course, with the curveballs, which have a ton of spin to start with, you can make the ball move more. Now, here's the big takeaway on this. I think everybody's doing it. The majority of the players are doing it. The question is, when is baseball going to start enforcing the rules that don't allow you to put stuff on the ball? The minor leagues over the last few weeks have started injecting more pitchers and suspending players. The minor leagues is often where the rule changes start, and when they start testing out things, I think that's a barometer of things to come. This Sports Illustrated article that's breaking this week in exposing baseball, I think also could expedite that process. Let's look back to something that happened a couple weeks ago. The Chicago White Sox played the St. Louis Cardinals, and Joe West's 46th season as an umpire breaks the record for most games ever umped in Major League Baseball, 5,376. The very next night after he breaks that record, he tells the St. Louis Cardinal pitcher to change his hats because there's a substance on it. He's not going to eject him, but he's making them change hats. The pitching coach, Mike Schlick, goes berserk, ends up getting ejected. He then kind of basically unveils in the press conference while he's on tilt how baseball and all these pitchers are doing it and they're getting away with it. I think it's a moment he probably shouldn't have done in hindsight in his mind, but I think he was emotionally charged at the moment, and basically things went out of control. But here's my theory. Joe West, the most decorated umpire in history, is retired after this year. The day after he breaks the all-time record for games umped, he tells a pitcher to switch his hat, basically calling him out for having a substance in a very subtle way. I'm not so sure that's not his way before leaving the game to kind of point out what's going on and start this process. Now, fast forward to the Sports Illustrated article, the fact that the minor league players are being checked and suspended over the past few weeks. I think it's here. So the question as a handicapper, as a sports bettor, is what do we do with this information? First of all, we have to watch certain pitchers very closely, guys that I feel have benefited recently from extra spin on the ball and perhaps extra doctoring of the ball. The question is, will they start to scale that back now before they're caught? I do think baseball is going to have to suspend a fairly big name in the near future to make a point if they want to cut down on this. And let's keep in mind, big picture, most strikeouts ever per game this season, fewest hits, second fewest hits ever in history of 150 years of baseball, and the lowest batting average overall league-wide now ever in 150 years. That's how strong the pitching has been, yet home run rates are basically at an all-time high over the last 5 to 6 years. Runs scored are pretty much on pace over the last 10 years. So less hits, more strikeouts, but there's still a lot of home runs. Baseball, Major League Baseball bought Rawlings in 2018, and they actually took control of making the baseballs. The laces are a little thicker now. That allows for more spin. If you look at the numbers over the last 4 years or so, a lot of these spin rates exponentially increased after 2018. So you could make an argument that some of it has to just do with the baseball itself, and I do think there's some truth to that. But there's also some guys I think that are doctoring the ball. Trevor Bauer, Los Angeles Dodgers starting pitcher, and he goes this afternoon on Sunday. That's the guy I was talking about earlier. He plays the Braves at 1 o'clock Eastern today on Sunday. Keep a close eye on his outing. He's actually coming off his worst showing of the season earlier this week, and he's been very vocal the last few years about how everybody is cheating. He said he wouldn't do it. I think it's reached a point now where he is doing it, whether he's doing it to prove a point or that he just couldn't stand seeing everyone get away with it. Something has changed with Bauer's spin rate. He goes from being a mediocre pitcher to winning the Cy Young Award with the Cincinnati Reds last year. Gets a huge contract. In fact, the biggest single-season payday ever this year, over $30 million for the season with the Dodgers. Guess who had the highest spin rates last year on both fastballs and curveballs in Major League Baseball in 2020? That's right, the Cincinnati Reds with Trevor Bauer. Dodgers last year actually had the second highest on curveballs. 4 of the Dodgers' top 5 pitchers and 3 of their top 4 relievers have increased spin rates this year now that Bauer is on that team and probably showing him the substance that he's using. Many think that he has a synthetic substance that he's developed that is better than any other in the game. Trevor Bauer is basically the poster child right now for what is going on. He's been very vocal about it, and now it appears he's benefiting from it, and he pitches this afternoon on Sunday against the Braves. Keep a close look on how he performs. A couple other guys I want to point out to you. First of all, let's talk about Gerritt Cole, actually. Bauer and Cole have had a big rivalry all the way since back in college when Bauer was at UCLA. Garrett Cole is coming off his worst outing of the season by far this past Thursday night when the Yankees lost 9-2 to the Rays. Gerritt Cole gave up 5 runs in just 5 innings of work. That gives him a 9-point ERA for this month of June, below 2.2 ERA in all other games this season. So once again, Gerritt Cole, his worst outing of the season this past Thursday. Bauer, one of his weakest performances earlier in the week, and now he pitches today on Sunday. Let's see if they're changing something if they start to struggle. Yesterday on Saturday, June 5th, 2 other pitchers that are on my radar. Brandon Woodruff, another guy whose name's been mentioned a lot. Woodruff has had a huge increase the past few seasons with his spin rate. His overall numbers as a starting pitcher have also gotten much better the past couple seasons, and I think there's a chance he's doing something. This is a guy back in 2017 had a 4.8 ERA. This year, a 1.27 ERA. So to say he's gotten better is an understatement, and his spin rates have gone exponentially up as well. Mediocre outing by him yesterday on Saturday at Arizona. In fact, the first batter of the game hit a home run off of Woodruff. He did settle down after that, but still gave up 6 hits, 2 runs in just 5 innings, a below-average outing for a guy who had a 1.4 ERA coming in. So keep an eye on Woodruff. Below average yesterday on Saturday. Cole, terrible on Thursday. Bauer goes today on Sunday. One other guy I want to mention real quick here before we close out is Giolito for the White Sox. Lucas Giolito also got hit hard early in his game yesterday on Saturday. He did settle down, though, overall and have decent outing going 7 innings, giving up, though, 4 runs, 7 hits. But still, 4 runs in 7 innings is below average for Giolito, and he lost his over a $2 favorite against the Detroit Tigers yesterday on Saturday. So Woodruff, Giolito, Cole, all below average performances this week. And now Bauer, the poster child of what's going on, goes this afternoon on Sunday afternoon in Atlanta. Let's keep a close eye on how he performs. By the way, just to finish off on Lucas Giolito, this is a guy who was maybe the worst pitcher in baseball back in 2018. In fact, he gave up the most earned runs in all of baseball and the most walks in the American League in 2018. He had an ERA of 6.13. The next 2 years after that, 2019 and 2020, he's an all-star, and he finishes 6th and 7th each year in the Cy Young voting, and all of a sudden has an ERA of 3.4 and 3.5. Biggest change here, though, half as many walks the next 2 years and twice as many strikeouts. He goes from 125 strikeouts to 228 the very next season from 18 to 19. Once again, the worst pitcher, or one of the worst pitchers in baseball, and then he's a Cy Young runner-up basically the next 2 years, 6th and 7th place finisher. He could completely change his career through a no-hitter last year in 2020. His spin rates are also up dramatically since 2018. Now, once again, the ball is different. The lasers are thicker since 2018. I do think that's part of it, but it also seems like there's a lot of funny business going on, a lot of substance abuse, if you will, with that on the baseball, doctoring the baseball. Once again, I advise you to check out the Sports Illustrated article that came out this weekend that was leaked to the media, and I think that's going to put pressure on baseball to do something sooner than later, and I think it's already happening in the minors. I think we're going to see it happen in the next week or two, maybe the next month here in baseball. It might be happening already, and I think pitchers are preparing. So be very cautious with some of these pitchers that have benefited from high spin rate at the last couple of years. Their glory days might be over, and we might have some betting opportunities playing against them, playing against some of their props, also looking at the over in some of these games as well. Keep in mind, it's not just the starters. The bullpen as well is doing it. It's spread throughout all of baseball, and I think it's about to catch up to these guys. I think Major League Baseball is about to crack down on it. So keep it on it. It's breaking news this weekend. I wanted to bring it to you here on WagerTalk TV because I think we can take advantage of it as sports bettors on a daily basis for many weeks, maybe months to come here the rest of the baseball season. Hey, best of luck this weekend. Best of luck this upcoming week. Don't forget, I also yesterday on Saturday did an NBA Fade the Public video for all 4 NBA playoff games. The Saturday game, both games Sunday, and the Monday game. So whether you're joining us Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, there's still the NBA action for Sunday and Monday available on that video. Don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow Monday on NBA Tip-Off right here on WagerTalk TV to break down the Monday night games. Don't forget also my Sunday best bets for baseball and basketball. 12-2 all sports run over the past week continues with my strongest plays for Sunday right now at WagerTalk.com. But most importantly, start taking a long-term investment approach. The cost of investment has never been lower, half price, and today, Sunday, is the last chance to get on board for a 50% discount. SM999 gets you a full 365 days of every sport, football, baseball, and basketball that I release. The exact same games that I'm using, the exact same games I've won consistently with for 25 years as a full-time professional bettor. You get those every day with full analysis, and you get them for an incredibly low price. I average 2 to 3 plays per day. That works out to about $1.40 per play for the next full year, 365 days, all sports. And best of all, you get it with a half-price discount right now because I want everybody on board and taking a serious long-term investment. I know many of you bought that $2 Tuesday play and you missed out. You never got back. I've gone 18-4 in all other NBA plays on each side of that game. Isn't it time you start playing consistently and not picking and choosing? That's why I'm making this offer. I want everybody on board, and today is the last chance. Got to get on board now. SM999 for a full year at half price. 12-2 all sports over the past week, and it's continuing for another year when you get on board. All sports, all access for half price. SM999, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Last chance to get on board today on Sunday. Hey, thanks for watching as always. Let me know your thoughts on this baseball situation. It's breaking news this weekend. I think we're going to hear more over the next few days, the next few weeks. Let me know as a handicapper what you're looking at. Also, let me know other pitchers you want to look into. I mentioned 4 of them here in the video, 4 big-name guys, but there's others out there, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the comment section below here. Give the video a thumbs up if you like the information, and most importantly, subscribe to WagerTalk TV. Help keep this content free on a daily basis, and for more great content and alerts, subscribe here to WagerTalk TV. Thumbs up, like the video, and most importantly, leave me a comment below and let me know your thoughts on this whole situation with the spin rate in baseball, play on, play against pitchers, and how you're approaching it as a handicapper. Best of luck this weekend today on Sunday, and I'll talk to you again this week right here on WagerTalk TV.